Hi there, I'm Mike. What I have for you today is an unscheduled unboxing. It's that time of the month where boxes for unboxing start coming in. It's always the second half of the month, unless it's super late, in which case it's the first half of the next month and super late. That's how that works. This box is Comic of the Month, or on the side right there, Comic Off the Month. It always looks weird when it runs together. Comic Off the Month. Full disclosure again, I did not pay for this. This was sent to me by the people that run this because you guys watch my unboxings for some reason. Thank you for that. You are the reason I have this in my hand. It obviously doesn't have to be very big because it just holds comics. I believe this is their February box. They did send me a link to where I answered questions about comics and characters that I like, and then they curate a box for you, which is neat. I don't think there's any kind of like discount code or anything. It's like 16 bucks a month plus like $5 shipping. So it's like 21 bucks, I guess, for I don't know how many comics. We'll find out. I really don't know anything about this other than they sent me an email, asked me if I wanted a box, and I said yes, as long as it's okay if I give my honest opinion on it. And they said, yeah, that's what we prefer. So that's how that worked out. Ooh, it's like in a bubble wrap thing. There's not much else in here. I've put it all upside down out of the box. We're just gonna take it off. I haven't seen any of them other than the one that's on the bottom. So this is Comic of the Month. It's obviously kind of like a smaller box. It doesn't have the clout that Geek Fuel or Loot Crate does, but at least send something, which is like a nice little letter, I guess, on the letterhead, which is nice. It's not just a box with comics in it. Yes, so this month's theme is love, because it's Valentine's month or whatever, you know, it's kind of normal, I guess. They talk about what they've improved this month and then what they're going to improve next month on the box in general, which is nice. This month they have live comic sales. You can go to their Facebook page, which is Comic of the Month, I suppose. Go give them a like or whatever. They do live comic sales, so I guess that's nice. Another thing is complaint resolution. They've improved that apparently. You would think they would have complaint resolution from the get-go, but I don't know how it was then. I didn't get this. Next month's improvement is apparently trade paperbacks, which is actually super nice. In the 2015-16, I was actually super into comics. I was doing Transformers, Star Wars. I was all up on getting comics monthly, spending a lot of money. It quickly snowballs. You're like, oh, it's a couple bucks here and there, but then that adds up to where you're spending like $140 a month on comics. I stopped because Marvel stopped giving away digital versions, and that kind of irked me, so I just stopped caring, I guess. Number one, this is DC Star Trek Crossroads, issue number 74. On the cover, we have a Kirk and what looks like an older style, like one of the first episode style uniforms from like that Christopher Pike. Is that Christopher Pike? No, it looks like Kirk. Cool, I've got a Star Trek comic. That's neat. Next we have another Star Trek comic. It's No Win Scenario, which is the famous Kobayashi Maru, usually is what that's referred to. Anytime you hear Kobayashi Maru, that's a no-win scenario. That's enough Trekkery out of me. It's basically the previous issue of this. So that's nice. I wonder if I'm going backwards because I flipped them all over so I didn't see them. It was kind of nice because if I keep putting them one by one, I'll have them all in order from the top down. So we'll get there. Next is a Star Trek The Next Generation. These are much older issues. This is early July 92. This one is July and August 95. So these are like early to mid 90s comics, which is pretty cool. This is the a Q episode. It looks like he turns, or not episode, it's not an episode, it's an issue. There we go. It's a Q issue where he turns everyone into Klingons except for Data, apparently, who is just kind of in the back looking sad. But I will say, you know what? Picard's looking pretty good as a Klingon there. So is Deanna Troi, if you know what I mean. 3 Star Trek comics. Let's see what else there is. Ooh, okay. Interesting. This is the a Fantastic Four comic. It's from, I don't see a year or month on the front of this, but this doesn't really super bode well for the worth of this box. So far we're 3 comics in. They're older issues, but this comic was only 9 cents. I guess the weird thing about this is I'm not gonna read through these. So I don't know how good or bad these issues are. I'm basically judging them on what they are, how old they are, and if I care about that. Fantastic Four, weirdly enough, is not my favorite. Let's see here. It's another Fantastic Four comic. I guess I did check that I like Fantastic Four, assuming all of these are some sort of love theme because that's the theme they're going for, but I also feel like they might have just thrown a bunch of old comics in a box. I will say, though, that they are very nicely kept. They are bagged and boarded. This one, though, does have a comic store stamp on there. I wonder if they even still exist. Matt Haas's? That's not how you do that. Matt Haas's Comics Unlimited, I don't know if you're watching this, but that's not how apostrophes work when your name ends in an S. I know that because my name ends in an S. You just put an apostrophe. You don't have to put another S there. Fun English lesson during this comic book unboxing. It's a grip of comics, actually. I will say that. I've still got quite a few comics to go through, so let's see what's next. Another Fantastic Four comic. Now, are these in numerical order? No. Wait. This is right before that one. I don't think this one is, though, because it looks like it skipped a little. So there's like 4-issue gap between those right there. Ooh, it's a Daredevil comic. This one's Daredevil. It's Code of Honor, which is nice. It's nice and thick. Issue 4 of 4. I hope that the other ones in here are there, but maybe not. So it's a Daredevil. If you like Daredevil, the artwork looks really good. It looks very realistic on there. I like that. I like that style of artwork. This is another one. This is the Marvel Comics Daredevil battling Jack Murdock here. That's a nice super bloody issue number 2 of 4 right there, but I don't think it is the same style here because this feels completely different. So I think it's an issue 2 of 4 and a 4 of 4 of different series. Ooh, this one is Conan versus Rune, number 1, Marvel Comics, November. That's about all I got. I have to say, it's got some super nice 90s artwork. If you're into like this artwork, this looks like it came out sometime in like the mid-thousands during the time of like the Ultimate Marvel stuff. I'm not saying this is Ultimate, I'm just saying it came out around that time. It has that sort of style and look to it. This was definitely 90s right here. It looks super 90s to me. I might be wrong, but that's just what it looks like to me. We're getting down here. This is a issue of Conan the King, and this is a classic. I must have checked that I like Conan. Yep, and this is the first one that I saw. It's another Conan. He looks super stoked down here. He's super excited to be alive. So this is my comics from Comic of the Month. I don't know how to rate this. My normal rating system is flummoxed by this box because I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One of them is like bigger than the others. It kind of looks kind of like a trade paperback, but not really. It's just thicker than a normal comic book. So I've got a couple issues of Conan, I got a couple issues of Daredevil, a couple issues of Fantastic Four, and a couple issues of Star Trek, which is neat. I'm assuming most of these have something to do with love, but I can't say for certain because I don't have a couple hours to sit here and read through all of these comics. Will I read through all these comics? I actually have no idea. I don't have a lot of time to read through comics, which is one of the reasons why I stopped buying comics. I read them on my iPad. I would buy them physically to support the store that I went to, and then I would redeem them digitally so that I could sit on the toilet and read my comic without worrying about dirtying up my comic, because I do like that these are all super nice, they're very well kept comics. So what do I do with this? This is gonna be like a pass-fail kind of thing. I would say this is very niche. If I had paid $24 for this, would I have liked it? I don't know. I definitely think worthwhile. It's worth the price that I paid. Like, hey, here's 20 bucks, here's 11 comics. For me, off the top of my head, without really researching a lot of things and knowing about it, I would say, yeah. If you like comics, you like getting random issues of characters and runs that you may or may not have read because there's just such a long history of comics, and you got an extra 25 or so to throw away a month towards that, I would say do it. It's fun. I just don't know if I would do it again. If they keep saying this to me, I will gladly unbox these and collect them. My problem is right now I've just got so many comics in a couple bins over there that I don't know what to do with them, and they're all comics that I bought purposefully, like Star Wars and Transformers and whatnot. So I honestly have no idea. This is a quagmire to me. There's no link to click on, there's no discount code. I'm not really doing anything other than opening this up and giving my opinion on it. And my opinion is it's okay. It's all right. It's probably monetarily speaking worth the money that you paid for it. That's about it. Let me know if you like that or not in the downstairs comment area. There's also some ways down in the downstairs area that you can support my channel if you do want to do that. I'm also running a contest on my channel. There's a link down there to the video that's hosting that. I'm not going to talk about the details. That's what that video is for. So go watch that if you are interested in that. Like, share, subscribe, you know, the normal YouTube stuff, and I will see you later. Bye.